Whoa there. Yeah, chat, we finna watch a whole hour thing, bro. A whole hour thing. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe. Like, comment. Dang, niggas sound like a horse coming in crazy. Alright, mom horrified after 12-year-old son's confession. Let's get into it, chat. Let's get into it.
Be honest, baby. It's okay.
Because you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better.
When they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question that was asked.
I don't know.
You don't know?
This is some shit that's serious.
You gonna kill my family. What am I supposed to do?
Why would you
Dang, that's messed up.
don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing? That's guilty by association.
I don't know.
Snitching on everybody. If I was gonna get charged, why did you make me stay?
I said I don't know.
My life is ruined.
When the bodies of 3 teenagers were discovered over a period
Three teenagers?
of several
Bro, y'all are 12.
days in the same neighborhood in Marion County, Florida, the police didn't know what to think. This would set the tone for the rest of the case, as the emerging suspects all seemed intent on blaming each other. The identity of the alleged perpetrator, along with the motive for the heartless murders, turned out to be more alarming than anyone wanted to believe. The police first learned that something was terribly wrong just before midnight on March 30th, 2023,
Oh, this was
when they received this 911 call.
There's a girl laying in front of my road and she's dying.
Okay, is she awake?
She's dying. I don't know. She's bleeding out of her head. She's gargling on her blood.
You need to turn her on her side so she doesn't choke, okay?
It doesn't matter what side. Like on what side?
No, just turn her on her
Just
side so
turn
she
her
doesn't
on her
choke
side.
on the blood, okay?
God.
Is she awake?
No.
Okay, is she breathing?
She's breathing.
She's not awake. She's not alive. But she's breathing. She's not alive. But she's breathing. Look how I be caught in lies, man. She's not like, bro. How can you like? Okay.
Is she awake?
No.
Okay, is she breathing?
She's breathing.
Oh.
Do you know how far they are?
I don't have an ETA, but they are on the way, okay?
Deputies from the Marion County Sheriff's Department arrived moments before the ambulance. While paramedics rushed to try to save the victim, the deputies tried to get a grasp on the chaotic scene. Within 5 minutes of the ambulance arriving, the victim was on her way to the nearest hospital.
That's good.
The Sheriff's Department was left to pick apart the seemingly inexplicable scene.
She's not responsive?
No, not
Who is it?
responsive.
You guys know?
No, there's no ID, no nothing.
Young girl, older girl?
Younger girl. The shoe's right there, and that's been moved.
She was right there, right?
Yeah, and there's blood everywhere. I was not expecting that.
No. Well, I thought it was going to be BS, honestly.
Yeah, I immediately thought she had got like hit by a car, and I seen the big, but I've never seen an exit wound in the head.
Yeah.
So I wasn't aware. Oh yeah, she's laying down. It's all pulled out. I mean, it was
And she was still breathing?
rapid breathing.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Medic said she ain't going to make it.
Yeah, more than likely.
What? This is confusing. She got. She got an exit wound in her head, right? Open wound. And it's just out, like, you talking about like her head? Well, yeah, I know. But like, huh? Then what the trash can be moved. Y'all seeing footsteps.
I mean,
And this is the same thing as like a 12-year-old. Like,
if she did, that's wild.
When police made contact with the 911 caller, they learned that he was just as confused about the situation as the deputies. He only became aware that something was amiss when he got a call from his neighbor across the street.
You didn't hear nothing at all?
She told me it sounded like someone crashed into my dumpster, and then there was like 2 shots.
The neighbor in question made her way over to talk to the deputies directly. Unfortunately, what she said only served to make the situation
but the dumpster, it's not damaged though.
even more mysterious.
So, around what time did you hear? You said it sounded like a gun, like a...
Yeah, it wasn't a loud gunshot. I would say about 20, 30 minutes ago. It wasn't a loud gunshot, but I heard about 4 or 5. And I kind of blew it off casually, and then I just looked out of my window because I did think it was strange with it, how late it was. And I saw the car run into the dumpster. And once I seen the car run into the dumpster, I stepped out my door, and I seen a man run out of the car towards down the road, towards my yard, and I yelled at him, "What the f*** are you doing?" And then I seen him run.
Now what if he would have shot you?
Back towards the car, take a minute, and I was calling him because it was his dumpster, and I seen him skirt off into the neighborhood.
Called him because it was his dumpster? She called the police after. Alright, wait. Did she call the police? Wait, no. Wait, did she? Oh, but nah.
See if anybody was in, was there only one? Was there
I
several
only
people?
seen one person running, and it was a male. It had a male figure, had a hat on. I want to say he was like 5 foot, maybe, but it was only one dude running down the road.
This once again tracked with the evidence, as police found several sets of footprints at the scene.
Did you hear the crash first, or did you hear what sounded like
I heard the gunshots first.
Where did?
The deputies closed down the main entrances and exits to the Forest Lakes Park neighborhood, hoping to catch the alleged shooter as he attempted to flee. Unfortunately, the area was heavily wooded, with plenty of places to hide and lots of back roads. This made for a difficult search for police, and an easy getaway for the alleged perpetrator. Meanwhile, the hospital where the victim was being treated was able to provide some help in that regard. They identified the girl as 16-year-old Layla Silvernail. Her grandparents, who were her legal guardians, were understandably distraught. Detectives first made contact with her grandfather, Kenneth.
Layla was found, she was apparently with a gunshot wound, and she was taken to the hospital.
So she got shot in her head? That could have been no regular, nah. That's a little BB gun, man. Ain't no way you surviving a gunshot from your head. You gotta be real lucky to survive that one. Ain't no way.
So that's part of the reason why we came here, was to let you know about her status, but we also wanted to know any information that you had about who she was with yesterday, who she hanged out
What's she in
with.
the hospital for?
She had a
was
gunshot
shot.
wound.
Huh? She was shot. You're kidding.
No, that's what I told you when
This
I
is
came.
what
See, when people I hate stupid, dumb people. Like, they're telling you everything, and you now just gonna click on, huh?
Gunshot wound.
Huh? She was shot. You're kidding.
No, that's what I told you when
This
I came.
is what I've been trying to tell her. You're hanging around with a crew.
Kenneth hurried to the back of the house to get his wife, Lisa. Layla's grandmother only seemed to become more distressed when the detectives tried to ask her questions.
Lisa, come here. Lisa, have a seat right here.
Is my granddaughter okay? Will she be okay?
She's gonna be at the hospital. I don't know anything. That's why I said talk to you.
I'm the victim advocate, okay? I'm here for you. Have a seat for us. We need some information so we can find out who did this, okay?
I'd like to know too.
We
I
need...
will go and I will shoot their asses. Oh no!
Listen. Where was she shot at? Does anybody know anything?
She was shot in the head.
It's not funny, but like you survive a shot to the head with a gun, or like it has been a BB gun or something. Ain't no way that was a gunshot. Like that's your brain. That's your bird?
Listen, that's all we have right now, okay?
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Come on, we go.
The situation was actually more horrifying than Lisa knew.
Getting 8 ads every 20 minutes is actually diabolical.
My bad, chat.
Early on March 31st, the morning after the shooting, the police stumbled upon the last thing they were expecting. Just blocks away from the crime scene where Layla was found, police discovered a second victim, also suffering from a gunshot wound. There was little doubt that the two cases were connected, which made the search for the shooter all the more urgent. Back with Layla's grandparents, the detectives desperately tried to find out who might have been with Layla that night. Since they'd already found 2 victims, they had to wonder if more of her friends were hurt, or in danger too.
Lisa, look at me. Who was she with yesterday?
She came here with, and I'm gonna tell you everything, because I don't like the people she hangs around with anyway.
Okay, that's what we need. That's what we need.
Lisa said Layla was almost always.
So she got shot in her head, like so. Like it gotta be like from right here, going in a straight line, or like
With her boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael Hodo. She also directed the police to Layla's best friend, who might have more information about her activities the day before the shooting. Another name came up too, and it was one police were already familiar with.
And then that runaway girl, Camille.
Okay.
She was with her too yesterday.
Camille Quarles, 16, had been reported as a runaway by her aunt and legal guardian several weeks prior. It was an open secret that she'd been staying with Layla at her grandparents' house, but no one had successfully brought her home yet. When police made contact with Camille's aunt, Amy, she was not shy about expressing her frustration with the investigation.
I did call it in this morning to ask somebody to go through there, and nobody has called me back. I've called 5 or 6 times a day since she's been gone.
Even worse, Amy's son was hearing all kinds of gossip about the case at school. People were saying Camille had also been shot. The names of the victims and the location of the crime was seemingly common knowledge. Disturbingly, police had not yet confirmed if Camille was involved. Also, they'd not yet released the names of the victims or the location, which meant whoever was spreading this information had to be involved.
And there was another body discovered this morning in that neighborhood.
Okay.
I want to know if it's my child.
Okay, the second person is not Camille. I can't identify who that person is, but it's not her.
The identity of the second victim only made the case more dire, especially in regards to Camille's safety. Frustratingly, the police were still in the dark about most of the lead up to the crime.
Nah. This is actually crazy.
Up until they got in touch with Layla's best friend, Gabby. She was more forthcoming and told the detectives that she'd spent the day with Layla and her boyfriend, Michael Hodo, and several other teens who would soon become an integral part.
So what happened to him then, man? Did they catch him? If you know his whole name, why is he not taken in to, like, for y'all to talk to him? Your victim.
Part of the case.
Was there anybody else in the car other than you, Layla, anytime during the day?
Camille was there.
This was the second statement placing Camille at the scene of the crime, but disturbingly, there was still no sign of her. Prior to the shooting, Camille's aunt said she'd caught sight of her at the park once or twice and kept a close eye on her Instagram feed to see what she was up to. Since the night of the 30th, though, it had been radio silence. Back with the detectives, Layla's friend recounted their travels throughout the day and who else was with the group.
We went to Rob's. We went to I don't know if it's abandoned. Do you know what a trap house is? Yeah. Okay, so apparently, this kid Rob, I don't know him personally, but they do.
Okay.
They're like friends or whatever, and we went over there and we chilled over there.
Significantly, Gabby said
Y'all went and chilled over there. Wait, how is she actually talking right now if she got shot in the head? This is so confusing. If she got shot in the head, how is she talking? Alright.
That Layla had been the one driving all day, but the only sign of her vehicle, a white Chevy Cruze, was a tire track left at the crime scene. The police hoped that finding the vehicle would offer some insight into what happened the night Layla was shot.
Do you know his last name or anything else about Rob?
No, I don't really know if Rob is like his real name or not, because I know some people know him as Reaper, Rob, and stuff like that. So
Was anyone else there at the house besides the three of you and Rob?
Well, there was this kid 3'5", but I don't know his real name.
What's 3'5" look like?
I don't know. He's 12. He's a little kid.
A 12-year-old?
Detectives knew they needed to track down Rob and 3'5". They started with Rob, who they believed to be 17-year-old Robert Robinson, who was already incarcerated at a juvenile detention facility for a different offense.
I mean, if his name is Rob, I can name plenty of people who, like, there's like Robert, Robert, Robbie,
When detectives asked him about 3'5", he directed them to a boy named Christopher Atkins. Shockingly, Gabby was right. He was only 12 years old. Since Chris and Rob were both minors, their mothers were asked to join them at the police station before any conversations took place. Chris's mother, Ashley, was the first to arrive.
I don't understand. Where the hell is my son? If he being questioned, why the fuck I'm not in here?
We start off with the binder, like, come on, man. At least wear something nice. Like the binder, though?
Which state is that on? Where's my son?
He's in the other room right here.
They're talking to him?
Not yet, no. They're all getting their stuff together.
It seemed she wasn't convinced they weren't already questioning him, because Ashley did her best to hear what was going on in the other room. After almost 2 hours of waiting, she was finally escorted to the next room to join Chris, who was visibly trembling.
Hey, can I put this right here?
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Did you want another jacket? That's okay. Are you sure? You look like you're cold. Let me get you.
You say you have 4 siblings? Okay. You guys get along okay in the house?
The detectives set about gradually breaking the ice with Chris, all the time appearing hyper-aware that he was only 12 years old.
He got free forms. You know he not finna snitch.
After taking all necessary precautions, like making both Chris and his mother aware of their rights, and establishing on record that Chris knew the difference between right and wrong, they finally got to the issue at hand.
So, Chris, what I'd like to start with talking to you about is, and like I said, I just want you to be honest with us. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night.
First, we made something to eat. Then we watched TV. And I went to sleep for a little bit. And I heard something outside. I opened the door. There was nothing outside now. I think I went to sleep.
So I think what you just told me was what you probably had rehearsed in your mind several times to tell a police officer if you ever had to talk about that Thursday night. Because sitting here and talking to you, with your mom here crying, and knowing that you have these siblings, you're probably in sort of an embarrassing and shameful position. If you are sorry for what happened, repent for it and start from the very beginning and go to the very end without me having to pull it from you. Because somebody that I have to pull each individual action from, that tells me that they don't really want to say what they did wrong, that they don't feel bad for it.
Reaper down there has been super honest. He it took him a minute to get comfortable with me, and he's told me everything down to details that only he would know, and that's involved
that nobody else would know.
Some of the details, he points finger at you.
17-year-old Rob, also known by the concerning moniker Reaper.
He look like a nerd, but like
was also being questioned. Just like Chris, Rob and his mom Erica were both advised of their Miranda rights before the interrogation commenced.
I'm trying to bring the best way to say this to you guys. We're investigating several different incidents that occurred over the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
One being a theft of side-by-side. One being the theft of, a burglary. We're investigating a robbery, and we're investigating a murder. Okay?
So he like, how they know?
Heard it.
I can see it.
So,
the first ones you named is believable. The last one you named is not. You don't have the heart to keep them. I know that for a fact.
Okay. What'd you do on Thursday all day?
I mean, I was home all day. Like, I was home all Thursday.
Okay. Who were you with? Did anybody come over? Did we hang out with anybody? Did you go anywhere with anybody?
I didn't go nowhere. Came over at like 1 o'clock.
What'd you guys do then?
We just chilling. Literally, like we were just chilling.
Okay. Was anybody with at the time? How did he get to your house? Things like that?
Supposed to drove to my house. It was him, Landon, Layla, and there was another girl with them. I don't know her name.
Sosa was a nickname that Layla's boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael, used. Michael's father had last seen him about 6:30 last night.
Bro, alright, you got caught a lot.
Around the same time Gabby said she parted ways with the group. Landon was another local boy who police determined didn't know anything that would aid the investigation.
I see how things connect, bro.
As for the unnamed girl, the police likely wondered if she could be the missing Camille and why she hadn't been seen or heard from since.
Did you go anywhere after 6:30, Rob?
Oh, why do y'all keep asking that?
I just
we
want
keep
to
asking because we've been working on our investigations for
What do
several
y'all
days.
think happened, bro? I'm telling you,
You understand?
in the house
You understand,
that
Rob?
night. Like I only seen Sosa one time that day.
Rob, we know you were out of the house after 6:30. Okay? We know you were with around 7 o'clock p.m.
Thanks to CCTV footage, police believed that Rob, along with others in the friend group, had been involved in the theft of a vehicle and an armed robbery that night. As
What y'all still in the car for, bro?
serious as these crimes were, they paled in comparison to what police believed happened later. Back in the room with Chris, his mother tried to make him understand the severity of the situation.
Well, you need to tell if you ain't.
Now's the time.
Tell the whole story. You know you left out of the house Thursday when I told you not to, and you finna speak. You know.
Why are you letting him out of the house when he's 12? He's 12. And you letting him out of the house? He in the 7th grade. Bro should be focusing on getting his work done.
Tell the whole story. You know you left out of the house Thursday when I told you not to, and you finna speak. You know, you better talk right now.
Reaper's already told us what the plan was that night. So there's, I mean, we know what the original plan was. We're asking you now to be honest, and to come forth and tell us what happened and why it happened.
He knocked on the window.
When you say he, I never want to guess. Who's he?
Reaper, aka Rob, took a lot of convincing before he opened up.
Rob, right now you're protecting KTM and your buddies. You need to think about protecting yourself.
The disturbing meaning behind KTM will be revealed in due time. For now, the fact that the police knew about the mysterious phrase was enough to get Rob talking, albeit reluctantly.
Was that the else?
When you saw, when you were with, who was with y'all?
It was me. 3-5.
You just said You just said the names earlier. How do you forget that quick? How do you forget that quick?
Layla was there. And that was it.
The police knew by now that
Okay.
there were more people at the house than just Chris, Rob, Michael, and Layla.
Did you go anywhere with them that night?
No, I ain't go nowhere with them. I just told you. I swear to God, was at the house. They said they was finna leave. I went back home. Actually, Mom, I didn't come in until like late. I didn't come in till.
You didn't come in till late? So how was you in the house all day?
After 7 anyways.
You don't know what time you came home.
Now, they talking about what that Mulaka at 7:10. What I'm saying is, you don't know what time you came home because you defy your curfew so much. You don't know what time you came in. It might have been 8 o'clock. It might have been 7:30. It might have, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know. What I'm saying is, if you know something that they're trying to get out of you, I don't give a who your friends are, who you trying to protect. I gotta get to work. And I'm sick of dealing with this jail. Could you choose to have friends? I mean, you need to be honest.
Unfortunately,
W mama right there. W mama. Like, come on now, bro. Give it up, bro. Like, you already got caught in the law plenty of times.
for Rob, the police already knew that he was still holding back the dark details of what he got up to that night.
What about a cell phone? Do you own that phone?
Yeah, I own that phone. So
Okay.
do you all want permission to check the location?
That
on
would be
phone?
great, yeah.
No.
That would
What
be
do you
great.
mean no?
Oh, they can check my phone. They might find
They're not
something else in
looking.
there.
They're not looking in your phone for anything else.
So you're certain that your phone GPS will keep you at your house that night?
Are you? Are you? So we gon' no.
I can just tell you, I really don't know nothing about no murder. That is the truth. I don't know nothing about no murder, and I was not there with no murder.
That's not what they asked
killing.
though. That's not what they asked. What they asked was, when they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question that was asked. You don't know?
How you don't know?
You know what y'all want me to do? Like, I'm telling you stuff.
They want you to
tell me I'm lying, and I'm telling them the truth. And you sitting there going with them. Why are you believing them? They are not your sons. Stop believing them. Oh, no, I was not there. Like,
I didn't say
I was not there.
I didn't say you were there.
Wait,
first and
I
foremost.
mean, you sitting there just going with everything you're saying.
No, first
like,
and
I was not there.
First of all, bro. See, like, you get the freaking out because you know that you got caught. I don't know. We get the freaking out because you know that you already got caught. You don't want them to go through your phone because you know that you was not there. You just said you went out. You didn't know what time you had got home last night. Then you said that you was at home all day. So how you at home all day but you got home late? That don't make sense, bro.
First and foremost, you lie so much, I don't know what to believe would come down your mouth. You didn't burn the bridge that's been gone. Let's get that understood.
Like, I was like,
but what I'm saying is, you so quick to want to protect people, and let me finish.
Protecting.
You so quick to want to protect people, don't want to snitch, want to be cool this and cool that, and not be known as a is in the paperwork and all of this, that you're willing to sit here and go down for murder that I know you didn't do. I know for a fact that you didn't do it. But you're going to be guilty by association because you don't want to tell who the did it. That's the problem.
I did not kill nobody. I did not kill nobody.
Did somebody you know do it?
Like, what the
No, I don't know nothing about no murder. I don't know nothing about no murder.
And if you lying, you standing on this island by yourself. Because if you got something to tell these,
Hey, she run with that. You're lying staying on this island.
and you standing on this island by yourself. Because if you got something to tell these people, because they have a way to tell if you're lying.
Hey, look, you know how to get him to tell? Leave him there by himself. Overnight for a whole week. What you gotta do?
The best way to tell if Rob was lying was Chris, who was still in the room next door. He was sharing a bit more than Rob, and some key differences in their statements stood out already.
Join the Uplift family. We raise expectations for public education.
My bad, chat.
You gonna tell us, Robert?
He's not gonna, with me, I swear to God, he's not gonna, I didn't do anything. I promise you I didn't do anything. Who did?
Wait, look. He said he not gonna, look, like he was about to say he not gonna snitch.
I don't understand why you keep lying. And then you go back.
It's gonna be a snitch. And it doesn't matter. Kill me. It don't matter. If it's a snitch and I would die. This is not no joke. You would die. Like, you would die for snitching out here. People die for that. Real talk. Mama, people get popped and killed for snitching.
We're talking about life sentences here.
Right. And this is like really, just listen. Your actions and the people you choose to hang with and other bitches I didn't kill anyone. Is slowly killing me. I should just pause. Let me talk. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I just took a promotion. I can't keep missing work. All the that you are doing or the people you hang with or just any of that. Like, I don't know if you know or not, but they threatening me with contempt of court because I don't come to none of your court stuff for the other shit you got going on. I make sure you get there, but I cannot keep missing work. And you sitting here in my face telling me that you don't want to snitch because your life is they gonna kill you. Pops! You don't know. It wasn't me. I didn't say kill nobody. They trying to get me a license. I didn't say that you killed anyone. Well, you don't understand that you're just as guilty if you know who did it and you're not saying nothing. That's guilty by association. Like, what part of that is not clicking for you? If you know.
Bro, not gonna be no snitch. Bro, not gonna be no snitch or nothing, bro. Like, bro, who's gonna kill who? Who's gonna kill your mama? Who gonna kill your mama, bro?
Who killed these kids? Then you need to tell him.
Some part of this tirade must have made an impression, because at long last, Rob shared his version of events.
Taj killed all three of them.
Okay. Tell me about it.
Were you there?
With the whole story?
Were you there?
The whole story.
Let him talk.
I say the whole story.
Tell me the whole story.
Rob just mentioned 3 victims, but the detectives had so far only asked him about 2. Not only did this grab their attention, but they likely suspected that the Taj that Rob mentioned was 16-year-old Taj Bruton, with whom they were already acquainted.
Yeah, just look at him, bro. Nah, bro. Just look at him, bro. This is terrible.
Acquainted due to previous cases. Unfortunately, this didn't
None of them got their hair done.
mean they knew where to find him. Several weeks earlier, Taj cut off his ankle monitor and went on the run.
Oh, yeah.
The detectives would focus on this after they got
If you cut off his ankle monitor, he already got you already, and you kill somebody. Oh yeah, you're done, bro.
more of the story from Chris,
life is
who
over
picked up the story after he said Rob, aka Reaper, knocked on his window.
Okay, Reaper knocks on the window.
He knocked on the window. He said, "Come on, we finna go see some girls or something." Then we went out, and this girl and the boy picked us up. I don't know who it was. This girl and the boy.
Describe.
From Rob's statement, the police believed this had to be Michael and Layla. He made no mention of Camille, however, even when he explained where everyone was sitting in Layla's car. The seating arrangement would be crucial later. Layla was driving, Michael was in the passenger seat, while Chris and Rob were in the back seat. But they weren't alone.
Then somebody came in the car and was in. It was like somebody in all black.
Okay. And how does this person look? I know you said he's wearing dark colored clothes, right? I heard you say that.
Ski mask on too. Yeah.
I'm telling you what, if somebody got in the car wearing a ski mask, I'd be like, what is going on?
But that didn't appear to be Chris's response, and the detectives likely had a horrible inkling as to why.
Yeah, I looked at Rob. I was like, I thought we were going to see some girls. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, all right. And then we kept driving then.
Throughout his interrogation, Chris would only refer to the man in the ski mask as the X-Man. Luckily, Rob had already revealed the identity of their companion.
We'd pick up Taj. As soon as Taj came out, that was the first thing he told me, like, we knocking on, we knocking on. I was like, nah, bro, I ain't even trying to do all that.
It took a little more persuading, but Rob eventually told the police that they could find Taj at his girlfriend's house. They picked him up and brought him to the station after they finished talking to Chris and Rob. But instead of clearing up the questions detectives had, Taj made everything more confusing. He said everything was Rob's idea.
I'm sitting right next to him, and he whispered in my ear, he was like, bro, I'm finna rob these tonight, bro. I look at him like, what you mean you finna rob these tonight? He's like, bro, so Layla, bro, they got a pound of weed, they got some money, bro. And if they don't go for it, I'm gonna kill them. That's exactly how he said. At this point, I'm frantic, but I can't, if I tell Sosa, right, Rob's sitting right next to me, so therefore he's gonna shoot me. So I'm sitting here, I'm scared as hell, so I'm like, I ain't got no choice but to just sit here and it is what it is.
Rob told detectives that it was the other way around.
It was so random, he just said he wanted to knock him off. I'm not thinking he's serious though, at the time when he first said it, if you would have seen his face, he was laughing, if I would have really thought he was finna kill, I wouldn't have got back in that car. I would have stayed right there and called my mom and be like, can you come get me? I didn't think he was serious until when the car started slowing down and I seen him up the gun.
Rob said that Taj did this because he wanted to take Michael's firearm. Over in Chris's interrogation room, his story aligned with Rob's.
Bro, what? You kill somebody because you want to take their gun, bro? Over a gun? Over a gun.
For now,
what triggered him to just start shooting? I'm trying to figure out. It's something in between that you're not saying.
Because I think the person that the white guy, I think they said he had a lot of money or something.
Oh, so it was set up as a robbery. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So they were setting up to rob the man.
Did Reaper mention that to you, that something was going to be set up or anything?
He didn't even know. All I heard was pound, and I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car and ran.
I'm looking.
So he must have been a 5 foot.
Boom! Boom!
Once again, Taj's version was a little different.
3-5 shot at Sosa. Boom. Layla got shot by Rob because that was diagonal. It was crazy.
Just like that. It took 2 shots. It wasn't no more than that. It took 2 shots to kill both of them.
The police knew at least part of this was true. Who shot who was yet to be determined. But tragically, they'd confirmed the second victim as Layla's boyfriend, Michael Hodo.
Where's he at?
He was in the grass by the side of the road, just blocks away from
Oh, he died.
Layla. He was deceased when police found him. Michael's father had a heartbreaking reaction when he found out that his son would not be coming home.
My son's dead, isn't he?
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you.
No! No! Oh my God! No!
This is crazy.
Can they come back out here and help? We have to talk. We have to find this out. Who's to find this? This is to go find out who did this to Sam.
I'll find him when I kill him and kill him! Oh my God, I love baby boy.
While Michael's family reeled from the devastating news, Chris continued with his upsetting story about Michael's final moments.
And you said he shot this white guy first?
Yeah, the white guy was sitting like this. And
where'd he shoot him at?
Right here.
And the gun was pressed up against his head? Is that what you're...
I think it was
Okay.
You got back door.
And then, what about the white girl that's driving? Tell me about that.
He turned the gun and shot at.
Where'd he shoot her at?
I don't know.
Rob agreed, which would soon become increasingly rare.
Where did he shoot Layla? I think it was headshots.
On the other hand, Taj put the blame back on his 2 companions.
I know he shot Sosa in the back of the head. I seen that happen. I seen Rob try to shoot her, right? And when he tried to shoot her, he shot her, and then his gun didn't go off, so he reloaded it again and shot her.
All contradictions temporarily aside.
How is the 12-year-old hanging out with 16 and 17-year-olds? Please tell me the chat. How? Y'all cousins?
Chris added another disturbing detail.
Did he see it coming?
No, it was like to the back of his head.
Okay. Did he have any time to defend himself?
No, but Taj just upped him and shot him in the head.
At this point, police were still searching Forest Lakes Park for evidence. Now that they knew the shooting had occurred in Layla's car, it was more important than ever to find the vehicle. Most of all, though, they were looking for any sign of Camille. They hoped to find her alive, but the police were likely aware that, like Layla, she could be seriously injured and in need of medical attention. If that was the case, every passing moment decreased her chance of survival. For the time being, though, her family was left in an exhausting...
Check, just make sure she ran off, went to another like state or country, bro. Changed her name.
State of limbo. The situation was made infinitely worse by rumors that Camille had been caught up in the shooting. Frustratingly, the police still had no concrete answers for her family. They had to hope that Chris, Rob, and Taj would ultimately provide an explanation.
Okay. These two look like brothers right here. This nigga right here, I don't know, stay in the kid's place, man.
They got even closer when Chris continued with more of the story, but once again, the details started to get shaky.
Was the car driving whenever they got shot?
No, it was just like, it stopped, and then like it kept going. Like when I hopped out the car, it kept going with it.
Where did the car keep going when it kept going?
Like to a dumpster.
Did you get back in the car?
Okay, so
yeah, I got back.
I mean, did you want to get back in the car, or did you not? No, you didn't want to. Okay, what made you get back in that car? Explain to me that.
Because he had a gun, I thought he was going to get to shoot at me. Because if I was just with him and he just killed somebody, and he probably would kill me too, because he think I was going to sin.
On the contrary, Rob said that he was the one who jumped out of the car.
When he shot Layla, I got out the car because the blood started dripping. I ain't wanted to get on me.
Taj claimed the same thing.
I get out of the car, they still shooting because it was like 4 to 6 shots. I don't know exactly how many shots it was, but it was a couple shots, bro. So at this point, we hear this lady. This lady's over there like, I'm running, I'm trying to hide in the forest. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm trying to call Spring, everything. So this lady, hey, what's going on over there? He sees me, or I guess he ran back over there, I'll run over him, and he was like, hey, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, I'm gonna just do what you tell me to do. I just want to go home. So
the only thing that this established was that at least one of the boys had gotten out of the car. But this wasn't news, as the woman who saw the car hit the dumpster also told police that she saw a male figure running around shortly after she heard gunshots and saw the crash. The detectives decided not to challenge the boys on this front for now, and pushed for the truth on more important matters instead. They started with Rob.
What happened to Layla? Where did they...
I don't know. Taj threw Layla out the car and hopped in the driver's seat and started driving.
Rob said Taj repeated the process a short time later.
Taj pulled body out the car, patted him down at the cannon. He grabbed the cannon, got back in the driver's seat, and he drove off.
Was that next to Layla where she was pulled out?
No, it was in a different spot.
This made sense to police because the second crime scene, where Michael's body was found, didn't have much blood. There were, however, what appeared to be drag marks leading from the road towards the brush where the body lay.
Did you help take... I ain't touch nobody. I ain't touch a body. I ain't touch nothing. I swear to God, I ain't touch nothing. Once they was dead, I said, take me home, man. Take me home.
Yet Taj said that wasn't how it happened.
Jellyfish is permanent lighting so good it should be on...
He pulled Layla out of the car. That's why she got left by the dumpster. He starts driving. He's driving. We go around the corner. He goes over to the Sosa. Sosa had, I think, in his somewhere on him. So he pulled Sosa out of the car. He just dragged him over in some woods or something.
And were you driving the car?
No, I was not driving the car.
Yeah.
The detectives asked Chris similar questions.
Did you pull her out of the car?
What is Rob doing during all this?
He was saying that.
What's he saying?
Like he was like, oh, he was like, go.
And what happened next?
Yeah. Then he drove all the way out there on the Waha. And he tried to put his thing in the river, but I think got stuck or something.
The thing, what thing are you talking about? The car, okay.
Once again, the detectives already had information that would let them know if one of the boys was lying.
Taj had to do it, bro. Taj had, like... Cause them two are on they tell like the same thing, on the same thing.
The search of Forest Lakes Park had finally paid off, leading police to another grisly and tragic discovery. Taj picked up the story again to tell his version of what they did with Layla's car.
We get over here to this lake. It's dark as hell. 3-5 get out of the car. He get out of the car. Rob tells him, hey, start wiping everything down. So he started wiping everything down. He's wiping everything down. The door handle, everything. He's wiping everything down. So after he started wiping everything down, Rob takes Layla's phone or Aunt Sosa's phone or whoever phones he found in that bit. Throw him in the lake. Throw him in the lake.
The lake in question turned out to be 5.5 miles or 8.8 kilometers outside Forest Lakes Park. But police had no question that this was the scene they were looking for.
Shit, that's crazy.
When they dredged the lake, they recovered the 2 phones from the water, which were determined to be Michael and Layla's. But this wasn't the only evidence they found. Taj attempted to explain what was found as he continued his story, starring Rob as the mastermind of the crime.
He tell 3-5 get in the car, drive the car into the lake for whatever reason.
When the detectives asked Chris, though, he said he was nowhere near the car at that point.
Were you in the car when it was going in the river? Or?
Yeah, I was trying to run back to my house.
You were out of the car. What was Rob doing?
I don't know. I left. I was running back to my house.
What did he say he did with the car after that then?
I didn't ask all of that. I didn't ask that.
What about the guns that were used?
I don't know where those at either.
Oh, it's barely in the lake. Okay. Like when he drive, it might be the 2 front tires in the lake. It might be a little bit more in the hood, but the back of the car, all that is still out of the lake.
That was exactly how the police discovered the car. What they found inside was more gruesome than they had ever anticipated.
Wait, if Taj said that, I feel like Taj had to do it, bro. Chat, man, like, I'm finna go ahead and like just skip and like just see who did it.
We trying to figure out something. I'm gonna try to get out of this. When I get out of here, I'm trying to get you home.
Ashley had a warrant out for her arrest, and in order to be with her son while he was interrogated, turned herself in to police. She was charged with possession of cocaine and methamphetamine and taken to county jail. Chris, Rob, and Taj were all taken to juvenile detention, and on May 15, 2023, a grand jury indicted all 3 boys. Preparations began to take the case to trial, where they will be tried as adults. Taj and Rob are both facing 3 counts of murder in the first degree because, tragically, Layla did not survive her injuries. She passed away just days after Camille's body was discovered.
That's crazy.
Taj also has been charged with robbery with a firearm, tampering with evidence, tampering with an electronic monitoring device, carjacking while armed, aggravated assault.
I know he did it.
With a deadly weapon, and grand theft auto. Rob had a similarly long list of charges in addition to 3 counts of murder, including armed burglary, grand theft of a firearm, petty theft, robbery with a firearm, and tampering with evidence. Chris, meanwhile, was only charged with 1 count of murder for Camille, whom he admitted to shooting while she was in the trunk. The other charges against him were dropped, including grand theft of a firearm and burglary. However, he's now facing an additional charge of battery after getting into a fight while incarcerated. Currently, all 3 boys have entered pleas of not guilty, but the trial is ongoing. What the court finds and how justice will be served for Layla, Michael, and Camille